Forfeit the game before somebody takes you out.
Beat goes on.
Jane?
No,
It's me.
Come here.
Thor, and only one of you.
I'm still stuck on when I went, we should tell him the truth.
We should tell him the truth. That's not how our
Here is my will
die.
to live. Really never had too much luck with it anyway. Take it.
I don't know what. Oh, okay. I can't remember which one
Sorry,
that's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there.
I didn't see you there either.
Maybe she didn't die for nothing, Peter.
Oh, wait, hold on. Very, very real quick. Have any of you guys seen that Twitter account called Based Peter Parker?
No,
I don't have it. I'm going to look it up right now.
Looking it up right now.
So, I can't go too far into it because it's definitely not.
Is it the Uncle Ben pill?
It's got some of that in there, but it's definitely not mass consumer friendly. Like, you know that image where it's Mary Jane turned around at the coffee table or dinner table? It's like the caption is, so what if he says it? I can say it too. And it's, things like that over and over. So it's really funny. And it's like him talking about like parts of New York where the statistics show, blah, blah, blah. Like it's really funny. So I recommend everyone follows it. But
I can't find
Uncle
it.
Ben would have wanted me at the
Find it.
Capitol.
Can you post the handle?
Where is it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to post it now. Well, I got to keep you guys focused. All right.
I mean, it seems like it's gone.
Yeah,
It might be. It might be. I'll take a look at some point while
Speak of
someone
the
else is
devil.
talking. But we got everyone here today, and I
have an
before
eye
I say that-
infection.
Okay, welcome to the Pink Boys podcast, everyone, and we got a full crew here. I guess
back.
they're very
We're back
excited.
at full power.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
yeah, we're recording a little earlier than usual, so we haven't numbed I to sleep, so he's a little active right now. He's got a lot going on in his mind, so we're all here. But we'll start with Adam. Adam, how are you doing?
Well, the reason I missed last session was because I was called for jury duty.
All right.
And so I was busy. I was legitimately busy this time.
Yeah.
And I
All
passed
right.
judgment on my fellow man. I'll tell you guys more about that a little bit later, but it was a really interesting experience.
I didn't know they did it the same way in Australia as they do in America, so it's innocent until proven guilty and all that.
Yeah,
We'll get into it, but,
beyond
all
reasonable doubt, all that shit.
right. Fair enough. How are you doing? Let's, I was literally about to say, let's see if I can give a serious answer, and I guess I have the answer to that question.
I'll give you a serious answer.
This summer.
I'm doing very good, thank you. I made a cake. Yummy.
Are you Richard Ayoade in the fucking IT crowd or something?
I don't fucking know what I'm doing.
All right. Well, that is apparent. How about you, Tyson?
I'm doing good. Getting in the groove of my fucking UFC training. I've stopped
Oh my
smoking.
God! No, you're not. Are you serious?
Yeah, I've been training for like the past 4 days.
You're talking out your ass. I was playing Apex with Tyson earlier, and he's like, "Wait, hold on, I just need to order some food." And like, he takes his shit with him, and like, I hear him ordering his food. He's like, "Can I get 2 hot dogs and like a bowl of ice
Oh my
cream,
God.
and then like an extra fish bowl?"
It's
and
Sunday,
then
so there's
3
no training
burritos
today.
and-
But every other day before that, I've been going hard in the gym.
Is that what UFC warriors say? They go, "It's Sunday, time for ice cream and whatever."
Look,
know.
if the
so-
Lord
I
laid
was like-
down on the Sunday, I'm not gonna pretend I'm.
okay, he's a
the
Christian.
Lord laid down on the Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
He
So,
becomes a
and
Christian
what?
when he needs a big meal. So okay, that's fair enough. Just real quick. First off, Tyson, I'm glad you actually got past that hump because the last time we heard you were dying. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting better. But something popped into my head last week that I forgot to mention, and I guess this kind of plays into housekeeping. But
Okay.
do you remember those 2 commercial real estate guys we met on the elevator that we talked about?
Yes.
Did you know the taller boomer one looked at us and he was like, he asked how we met, and I said, "Oh, we were friends online ball." He's like, "Oh, that's nice. You finally got to meet your pen pal." And it was just so, he was purposefully demeaning when he said it. So I
That
did
sounds
an
wholesome
awkward
though,
laugh.
meeting up with your pen pal.
No, if you heard his tone, you would not be saying that. He was
Why
very
why did you say we met on? You should have said like we met in an investment group or something.
Okay. So I'm the one who was I'm the one who was speaking improperly the whole night. Okay, all right,
yeah.
definitely not you though. You were saying the perfect thing at the perfect time, and we're perfectly sober. So yeah, definitely. But I missed that one minute instance. Man.
But I do agree that guy was smug as fuck.
Yeah, he was smug as fuck.
No, it felt good because I did notice he was smug as fuck at the time, and I said the right things, and like when he saw the event, he shook my hand. So
he probably had an old boomer handshake, but
yeah, he
you know,
did.
commercial real estate people are thoroughly unimpressive people. But I'm happy for him. I hope he keeps doing.
You guys
what he's
had
doing.
an interesting conversation. Like I wish I understood it more at the time.
Yeah, well, no, that's okay. It's beyond your pay grade, kid, but you're getting there.
Literally.
For now. So we will just get into crypto stuff real quick. I actually have more to say about things that aren't crypto, and I'm sure you do all as well. Yeah. Especially since not a lot has been happening. So let's get the tough stuff out of the way first. Bitcoin, 21K. What are we doing here?
It went up to 22, didn't it? It went right up to 22.
Go ahead, Adam. You weren't here. Go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it kind of scam wicked up a day and a half ago up to 22. In like
I don't know about you.
Well, in about a 12-hour period.
Isn't it 23?
No, it's 20. Oh my God. Go ahead, Adam. Sorry.
Yeah, 22.5, and I don't know. Like it was like a little bit of relief. What most relief would have in like a couple of weeks. So I honestly don't really know where that's gonna go. Like, is it like like this rally will fail like all the others kind of moment? Like, probably. But a man can hope. No, well, I mean, I'll be interested to see what Tyson actually has to say about that.
Yeah, what do you got, Tyson?
This is more fucking scam, bro.
In this fucking market environment, I am just zoomed the fuck in. I don't even want to know what the fuck the thing's gonna do next week. I'm just playing the range at the moment. So I longed. I saw it was making like a Adam and Eve bottom, kind of like a sharp V and then like a smaller curve a couple days ago. So I longed from 19.5-ish and I closed it at 22, and I've just been flat ever since. I think if we, as long as we stay below 22K, I think we should make our way back down to like 19-ish. Around there. Yeah.
Are you one of those losers that has a notification on his phone when it's stuff that's not text either? Like, here's the weather, and it makes a notification sound? Because I hear your phone go off.
That shit.
That was my phone, but it wasn't for that. It was for something else.
So was it a text or not?
Yeah, it's your mom asking what time I should meet up with her.
Should have committed to that, Tyson.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. All right, Tyson, I appreciate that. Just real quick, from my perspective, I think Bitcoin's just going to keep doing what it's doing, and I think that's a good move if you're trading actively. Stay in the smaller time frames, because on a macro scale, we're going to be hanging around here for quite a while. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4 months from now and we're still around this number. I mean, this is low level. I don't know if it's the term accumulation, but it's going to be hovering around here for a while.
I saw this really good tweet on Twitter.
Okay.
So he says, one of the guys said, what?
Yeah, what's his name?
So the guy mentioned that what we saw from 60K to 20K was price-based capitulation. And what we're going to witness now is
as opposed to life.
Yeah, as opposed to what kind of
time-based capitulation.
Oh, sorry.
So
okay.
So price-based would be like it just dumps so much that everyone just freaks the fuck out and market sells. But time-based is when it grinds and just does nothing for so long that you just give up on the market. So
that was what happened when it went to 6 to 3K. People stopped paying attention. Yeah. They just gave up after a while.
Is it like the same kind of thing as like those guys who jumped off the building during Black Friday or whatever, Black Wednesday?
That would be
that's the opposite. Yeah, that's price based. So that kind of plays into the chart that I stole from a guy on Discord, and then our own Aiii claims that I stole from him, which shows
doing the rounds, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's this one chart where it shows a bunch of like each cycle is inside of a large circle that goes from bear to bull, and each cycle is smaller and smaller and smaller. And right now we're in one of the smaller circles cycle, and the bear portion of it is just ending. And the chart is kind of proven true if we do a slow slog up to 30K over the next, I don't know, into next year. So there's plenty of time for it to sit around like this and recover. But anything lower that's sustained is very alarming. So you know what I'm talking about, right? What else you got?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, first of all, we broke. So we made a new wick high on the weekly, but on the daily, I think it seems kind of evident that we're either building a kind of pennant, or that this is actually a failed breakout or something, and we're gonna dump back down. If we break below 18.8k ish, then that's really bad. And
you don't say.
I know, but it breaks a trend. It's a breaks a trend.
If we break $1 below where we're currently at right now, it's really bad.
Yeah.
And the other thing, the circle, the circle thing. If you go through my Twitter and like go through all the shit and all the gay posts that ironically I posted.
Yeah, definitely,
sure,
ironically. Yeah, absolutely, ironically.
You will find when I
men as a prank, right?
Yeah. You'll find.
Go ahead. I'll leave it. I'll tuck it away just
you'll
for
eventually
you.
Find me. You will eventually find me when I was more active last year, when I was actually posting charts on Twitter, and you'll see my ultra mega boober chart with the circles and shit. On that, we are really grinding against the edge of the... Oh no, wait, hold on. On the weekly, we've actually broken out of it. Okay, so on the weekly, it's kind of it kind of suggests that this pump was coming, but it also shows that it tops out at around like 26k ish, and I don't even think we're going to reach that point. For the bullish scenario, I think if we break 22.5k, so the lower bound is 22.5k and the upper bound is 23.25. If we break that, then I think we get a little bit of upside all the way up to a whopping 25.6k. If we break that and we close a weekly above that, then I think the bull market is probably back on.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, again, okay, hold on. Let me just backtrack a little bit. Okay, maybe not quite bull market back on. In order for the bull market to be back on, we'd need a close above. Hold on, let me see. What the fuck is it?
We need to close above 60k and then we're back.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Around what I just said, that's a good level. But
25k
for 100% confirmation, you'd want it above.
I'm gonna go on a hunch and say if we close above 100k, it could be a bit bullish.
31.75.
I'll start paying attention when it goes over 100k.
Yeah.
You know what?
All right, what was the number? You said 31k?
No, I said
31.2k.
You're right.
I can check. So we want to first of all break between 22.5k and 23.25ish k. That would signify a little pump all the way up to about 25.5k to about 26k, and then the next levels are 28.3k and 31.7ish k.
Okay.
And then
after
that, if that breaks, then bull market still back on. But those are just some levels of giving you. You break up, or you long.
Wow.
You
So. All right, British Jim Cramer of crypto. There.
That's kind of confluent with my zoomed in levels. So I did post a chart on my Twitter as well. If you go on my Twitter, you'll see that I'm only looking for longs above 22.281 on Bitcoin. If it closes above that and holds it, I think we can make our way to. I'm going to long it to 24.2, and then if that breaks, we probably see 28.
Why is that 24? I'm having a look at that chart right now, Tyson. And what's with 24.2? What's that level there? How'd you get
next,
there?
pivot level.
Oh, it's one of your sneak pivots. Is it one of your sneak pivots?
Yep.
All right. Very, very proud of you on that one, Tyson. Okay, so basically if Bitcoin goes up, then we'll be back in a bull market. You guys are you guys are getting really good at this. And I got to tell my friends about you all. So does anyone else have anything about crypto to throw in there?
I mean, Rose is officially a 5-cent stable coin, which is really great.
Is Link under 5 yet? Or
No.
no?
Link's at 630.
Holding on very, very well. And actually, you just reminded me. I need to bring this up.
Oh, no.
So, Bros, the Holy Trinity portfolio is kind of back on the table, in my opinion.
What, BTC, ETH, and Link?
Yes.
Oh,
The good old
I don't know about that,
BEL,
son.
the bell end game. The bell end game is what I call it.
No.
I
We all
actually
know
kind of like that
the
portfolio.
real portfolio is 100% Lens Protocol.
That's a good
No, it's actually
portfolio,
Mega
it
Weapon.
is.
My favorite portfolio was it was Tomb, Vader, and Mega Weapon.
That's horrendous.
Vader. Oh, God.
You cannot keep getting away with making
I
so
still
much
have my
money off
Vader.
of these
I still have my
absolute
Vader.
shit
The
coins.
suicide portfolio.
It's over now. That was a winter fling. Some would
I'm pretty
say.
sure
but-
you've been
Should I-
making it off of just these Ponzi's, unironically.
My
I-
Vader is still staked. Should I unstake it?
You still have Vader? What the fuck?
Hey, all I know is that I have one of my operatives. Actually, no, I can't say that out loud. All I can saying is that we are monitoring Harry Ye, and I will be injuring him physically if he does not do an airdrop of Tomb like he promised, and the community should hold him to it. So if you see him,
Wait, that still hasn't happened?
no, he still hasn't been. No, I know you mean the airdrop. No, it hasn't happened. So, but it's coming. It's a coming. But if we want to keep talking about crypto, I'm just going to talk about people who should be dying in the space. So, but I don't know, Tyson. Did you have you mentioned Solana and all that last week? Are you still eyeing those?
Yeah. When the bottom.
Turn your phone off!
Was that a text? Was that a
That
text?
was actually a text from a real person. So.
No. All right. What was it the first time?
Oh, Mr. Popular.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Mr.
have
Tyson,
friends,
how would you like to
so-
stand up and read out the text message? In front
Yeah,
of
read out the
class?
text
Yeah,
message
for the
right now.
class. For the
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's from someone that says, "Hi, how are you?"
No one texts each other that. Are you serious?
I will screenshot the text to you right now.
All right, well, then you have a weird loser friend who needs to message you stuff like that, but maybe it's a girl. I don't know. So I know that the first notification you got wasn't a text. It was one of those loser, here's a sports trade thing that guys leave open for text on
No,
their
10,
phones.
10 inches in 10 months.
The first one was a Twitter notification.
See, that's pathetic. That's pathetic that goes off and makes a noise for you.
Okay, well,
But-
you know what? Because you said that, I'm going to turn you off notifications on Twitter. I'm no longer going to get kidmoyer tweets live pushed to my phone.
I would be proud if you did that because my phone is permanently muted because I only want to talk to
Oh.
people when I'm ready to talk to people.
Okay, that
So-
explains a lot right now.
Yeah, well. All right, moving on. So
No, that's not what I meant. Actually, check your phone unironically.
let me
What?
see. Oh. I just texted me transatlantically, "Hi, how are you?" 3 times in a row. So that's pretty
Trans,
funny.
you say.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So here we are, and before we move forward off of this, because any crypto will just devolve.
Just one quick thing.
All
One quick
right,
thing.
go ahead.
My portfolio is going to be comprised of Solana, AVAX, Ethereum, and maybe some Link. But yeah,
I still have Zaver. I just
Get some
realized I still
Polygon in
have Zaver.
I still like Zava. I'm still fine with that. There's some few scams.
I mean, I get it.
Just
I
Oh,
understand
and
Zaver.
Premia as well. Premia.
Yeah,
Premiums
alright.
will eventually see the light of the day once.
Premiums.
Only
Premiums-
after everyone else has made it.
Yeah, premiums are the most powerful race in the world.
Yeah.
A master race.
Hyper premiums.
Nice eye.
So, I wanted to say something quite obscure. So, I want to talk
Wow.
about forex
Okay,
Oh.
go for it.
and how, if you know what you're doing, it's basically kind of money printer mode
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Let's hear
Okay. A lot of people have said that before.
Well,
I figured out the secret. Go ahead.
I've had DXY charts, euro dollar charts, and good boy points chart, aka the pound, against the dollar for a while now, and dude, it's been so easy to just chart and trade. It's just it's borderline bull run mode.
It's a Jedi mind trick, honestly, unironically.
Oh what?
I've
shut the fuck up!
I've tried to trade forex so many times, and I will tell you, it's doable, but it's by far harder than crypto.
Yeah, Tyson's the best player out of all of us, so I definitely take his words with more weight than you are.
So how do you do it? You trade it. You trade it on leverage. Is that how it goes? Is that how you make the money in it?
You unironically use 1,000 leverage.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you drop a quarter of a fucking percentage point of a cent, and you get instantly liquidated.
No, that's an exaggeration of my part. You realistically use just the same kind of risk management you would on crypto. Just translate it over to the moves.
Hasn't there been a lot of crazy stuff happening with that lately? Hasn't the value
when you trade on the forex market, you're trading against so much more algorithms that it's
you're talking
unreal.
You're trading against hedge funds, and I don't think you can beat them in the long run.
When you trade in the crypto market, you may be trading against 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking algos, but then when you go to the forex market and you trade dollar, yen, or some shit, there's going to be a bajillion algorithms that just they're just out of the fucking water, just BTF you the minute you get lazy,
busting in that
with
pussy,
your fucking range levels.
Just don't get lazy. I'm not saying you do this.
Don't get lazy. Okay.
Sloppy job. Sloppy job.
Sloppy job, Simeon.
Simeon. Yeah.
What was the? It was. Didn't the pound increase a lot recently or something?
No,
one
the pound's been dumping. The euro.
Euro's really strong at the moment, isn't it?
No, the euro dollar's shitting itself. It's almost 1-to-1 with the dollar.
Oh, lol.
Yeah,
can we go to the petrodollar?
We're on our way there, buddy.
Last year was
petro yuan.
Yeah, we're on our way there too. You're right.
Gaddafi was a fucking visionary.
From the local top, the euro dollar has fallen 18.36%.
Damn, really makes you think.
From the local top, you go back to the macro top in 2008. I wonder what happened back then.
Yeah, it really makes you think.
Yeah, it's down a bit. It's so
well, I wish you the luck in that future endeavor. It's really crypto's doing nothing, so why don't I just go trade forex kind of, situation.
Phantom though.
Speaking of, all right, go on.
Oh no, I definitely.
Phantom is a phantom now.
No, I'm going to turn Harry A into a phantom. That's what's going to happen.
Harry A is a really, really nice guy, and I love him.
Yeah, so nice he doesn't follow through on his investor promises.
He's going to haunt you.
That's how incredibly
He
nice
He will. Trust the plan. The tomb with the 7.
I will put him in a tomb. That's literally what's going on right now.
One of those mausoleums.
Tyson brought up the Petro Yuan dollar, and I guess we'll move into that region of the world. I think this should be the biggest story in the world right now, but it's not for some reason. Maybe because Americans are so self-important and we need to hog the spotlight. But the ex-prime minister Shinzo Abe being assassinated that's a really big deal. With a gun of all things as well.
Fucking blunderbuss, dude. Cunt's living in the 1800s and he's using a blunderbuss to assassinate people.
It's not funny, what the fuck?
Does the gun work where you hold it out over your wrist and then light it or something, and then you hold really still for? He's like, stand still, Shinzo, and waits 30 seconds.
He missed the first shot.
He's got a 9-barrel shotgun that he made in his home.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Look it up. He's got some actual Halo technology in his room.
Well, he was in the Navy. He was in the Navy, so that's probably how he learned how weapons worked.
They don't teach you how to make a fucking they give you a
teach you the
crafting
parts
bench
of
in Apex or something.
They teach you the parts of the weapon and their function, so you could probably replicate it if you're not an idiot.
A rust bench. So it's almost.
This guy's living in the year 2045.
I guess
you wouldn't
so.
Download a movie. You wouldn't 3D print a gun.
What is this shotgun? You know that loot that a fife plays or something?
Let me find it.
Did he just turn that on its side and use it as a shotgun? I don't understand. It's got 9. It had 9 bullets in it. I don't.
It's like the end of it looks like he sliced like a honeycomb in half, and then.
Really?
No, not quite. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
it just looks like Tyson's butthole after he's done with his meals.
Also, how is this not on video?
Yeah, it is.
It was.
It
I
is.
saw the video.
It is.
Did you
I've
not?
seen the video.
Oh, look at that! That thing's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah. That's
so
just crazy as
I
fuck.
want you. I want you to use this as part of the thumbnail for the episode so people can see
Oh my
it.
God.
But this looks pretty sick. I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
It's ratchet as
Dude,
fuck.
this looks like some
This-
cyberpunk shit. Let's go.
It's
Yeah,
some
it does.
Fallout Rust shit. That's what it looks like. And so he got so there's a video of him. Does he get blasted back?
Yeah, so no, they missed the first shot, and then you can see Abe turning around, being like, "Oh, what the fuck's happening here?" Then like he eats the entirety of the second shot.
in the face or
Yeah,
in
like
the
in
chest?
the neck, and like the side.
Oh,
Yeah. And then you can see like one of his bodyguards like fumbling. You know those briefcases that unfold into like Kevlar like wall kind of things. Like his bodyguard's in the middle of doing that, but he was like fumbling with it, and obviously wasn't fast enough, and Abe just got fucking blasted.
What's his end game?
Yeah,
didn't
what
have
was this
one.
again?
Didn't have one.
I did see a news article that's something along the lines of the person who murdered him, and then it said in quotations, wasn't happy with Shinzo Abe as a prime
as a
minister.
prime
It's
minister.
it's like, really? Did you? That's incredible journalism right
not,
there.
Not happy with his performance, so he goes full Japan on him and seppuku's him for him.
You know what's
I
weird
should-
about
I-
this whole incident? It's like I thought this would be bigger news, but it seems like no
It
one
is.
cares about it.
Fucking huge news, dude.
Not as big as you would think. Put it this way:
Yeah.
if Bill Clinton were murdered in this
True.
fashion,
True.
it'd be all you wouldn't even be able to think about anything else.
Here is a
Because-
tribute to the women that Bill Clinton molested.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So let's just be. Oh, I have an alarm. Wow. Now I'm the
Oh.
person doing that.
Oh, god damn
What
it.
the
Moya.
fuck is that alarm?
Listen, it's just cheery enough and just annoying enough to get me awake. So that's a classic iPhone
fair enough,
alarm.
fair
The
enough.
fucking default iPhone alarm just puts you in fucking satanic hell.
That is yes. That. I don't know how people live like that. That must be a boomer thing. But just real quick. Shinzo Abe was right-leaning. He also was friendly towards Trump, and I'm pretty sure that center-left to full-left-leaning America, which is all popular outlets in America, were very resentful of him. So they're probably happy that he's dead, really.
Well, it's
Hold on,
kinda
so-
crazy,
So,
like-
so before the incident, he was right leaning, but after it, he's now ground leaning.
Wow.
Well, all
Stick
these
to your day
fucking
job.
all these world leaders, like fucking Boris Johnson stepping down, the Prime Minister and President of
true.
Sri Lanka stepping down, fucking
Oh.
Abe just getting blapped in the side of the head.
You guys want the real pill?
Oh, okay. Here we go, guys.
I'm
Buckle
listening.
up.
It's very simple. Actually, you know what?
So
No,
moving
you're
on,
mean
I
to
was
me,
on
I'm
jury
not
this
saying
week.
No, just real quick, just to wrap that up. I do think it's interesting you're talking about all these people stepping down. I don't know why Boris is stepping down now because
the
The
nail
great
in the coffin.
catalyst.
The nail in the coffin was he knew about this MP had been accused of sexual assault or whatever, and then he knew about that and still promoted him. So
was it sexual assault of a minor?
no, just of one of his staff, I think.
Ah, then who cares? That's probably unproven anyways.
Yeah,
God
well,
damn.
it wasn't
Ridiculous.
proven, but you know, fucking,
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course. You can say
know
that
how
about
it
him.
is.
No, I'm surprised he stepped down because he had a lot of allegations against him over the last 2 years, and he kind of was like
Well,
the,
his
the
entire
Teflon
government,
Don.
his entire government was imploding. Like everyone was resigning and stuff, so he wouldn't have been able to govern if he didn't do it.
Yeah,
He's getting
that's
blown
true.
up.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, hopefully no regulations change and I can still get out there in October. Do you have anything to say about your
your
loyal
country.
leader? Just
This
Becky.
is fuck. Wait.
Sometimes I really don't know with Ari.
yeah, he's having an episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Sri Lanka thing is interesting too, but not that interesting because it's an irrelevant shithole.
It's
so
been
why
going
would
on
I
for a
care?
little while. They've been protesting for like a month or two now, and it's finally come to a head.
Yeah, that'll do it. But Speaking of rule of law, I understand that you've had a run-in with the law lately. Well, not a run-in with the law like Tyson did last week, but just punting midgets in the subway while the train is about to arrive.
I still can't believe he did that.
It's such a Tyson story, but it's still so ridiculous at the same time. But hey, how's jury duty been going? I've always wanted to be on jury duty, and I never got the chance. So
I finished on Friday, so a couple of days ago. So it was only 5 days, Monday through Friday. And I was on an aggravated carjacking, which is pretty much this guy allegedly robbed this guy's car at knife point.
Nice.
It was really interesting. I think the defendant / the accused did it, but it was not proven. It wasn't proven beyond a reasonable doubt. So we had to return a non-guilty verdict.
Oh, really? You let him go?
Yeah. It was kind of fucking crazy. So the defense, created enough doubt that it could have been someone else, not him. But the guy's a fucking he's a fucking scumbag. Got like scalp tattoos and neck tattoos and fucking.
I was gonna say, did the person remember the tattoos?
No. So really interesting. So one of the things that really tipped me over the edge is that the victim had this really great description of the perpetrator to the police, which he gave, but he missed the big fuck off neck tattoos. But he said he remembered them a year and a half later in a committal hearing. He just forgot to mention them to the police. I'm like, dude, how the fuck do you forget to mention a huge tattoo over this guy's throat?
That's the first thing you say.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the first thing you say.
Exactly. And
along with a couple other things were like fucking repressed or something.
Well, no, because he was so accurate.
He didn't molest him too.
Well,
give me your car. Yeah.
The guy remembered the number plate of the car that dropped off the offender. He remembered the offender had a black eye at the time, and hair color and build and height and whatnot. But he missed the fucking tattoos, which was like such a, it was such a big, bit of that doubt.
And it was all based off of the I guess it would be the victim's descriptions.
Yeah.
There was nothing accompanying with
the victim pointed him out on a photo board 2 days later. It's like a like a lineup, but like a photo lineup. But then like the judge was instructing us that there are issues with that kind of evidence, and it's not always accurate, and you've got to take into account credibility and all these other factors. Blah 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 blah. And so like it was just a fucking absolute. I feel good that like I would rather a guilty man go free than an innocent man be in jail, and the possibility that he's innocent, and there's enough of a possibility that he was innocent, that I'm okay with letting him. But the most fucked thing is the defendant had to wait 3 years for his day in court.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So what was he doing that whole time? He was just on bail?
We don't know. We weren't told if he was remanded in custody or in bail. But if he was in custody,
so man, why does fucking trial take that long to get to?
Well, there's only X amount of judges, and X amount of courtrooms, and cunts are doing crimes every day. So
it's a
obvious
super
backlog.
backed up.
And then with COVID didn't help. So
that's true as well. A lot of people got off randomly because
overcrowding, though. COVID restrictions and all that.
Exactly.
I've got one question about this guy. Has he had prior convictions?
They're not allowed to mention that.
You're only allowed. I feel like you're only allowed to delineate the.
Yeah, you can't use that as evidence for him committing another crime. You can't be like, just because he's stolen a car before means he stole this car. So you're not allowed to enter that into the court.
Yeah, it is fine. It is really hard to nail someone down, and I don't think he'll probably get back. I didn't know there were carjackings and gangs that went on. Was this in like a populated area of Australia?
It was in Melbourne, but just like in a nice, in a nice city. In like a nice kind of like lower middle class, middle class suburb. Not a shithole, not a really dangerous place.
Was it a human being?
Yeah.
Trick question. It was an Australian. But I don't understand how people steal anything or kill anyone these days, because there's so many ways to get caught. It's insane. I guess a carjacking, they don't put as much effort into it as a murder, but I feel like even cars are so incredibly easy to steal. Maybe if in the first hour after you steal it, you can change the color, scratch off the VIN, and change the plate.
Interestingly, the car that was stolen was found smashed an hour later.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe
there's a
just
car.
he just went full GTA.
Yeah.
He really was just going full GTA.
The guy, but what even more fucking interesting is that the guy who eventually pled guilty to the theft of that car, not the carjacking, but the theft, was somebody else. And so it's just fucking crazy, man. It's just there's enough doubt created that it couldn't have been the
Also,
defendant.
the guy was the accomplice. There was two
Well,
people.
we don't know. We don't know. It's just
what did this victim do?
he just came home from his job, and then some guy pulled across his driveway, so he couldn't reverse out and just stole his fucking car.
That's so
like-
based.
Yeah, right. That is. I'm team defendant right now. Just imagine that guy just getting back from a tough day at work, and you look in your rear view in a car, and you're just like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
that's really funny. You just see some like late '90s shitty sedan just block you in your driveway. That's amazing because most of the people I hear who get jury duty, it's generally just some boring insurance case. Or
Yeah,
some
yeah.
hit and run. You got a real good one. I had a buddy. Go ahead.
It was only a week, so it was interesting, but it didn't take up my entire life.
What?
So
It was only
yeah.
a week to do that?
Yeah. So
I had a buddy. Go ahead.
yeah, Monday was jury selection and opening arguments. Tuesday was all the evidence. Wednesday was closing arguments and jury instructions. All of Thursday was deliberations, and halfway of Friday was deliberations as well. That's how quick it was. Yeah.
It was that quick to acquit him too, which is interesting, you know. So it wasn't. I think that's crazy. I thought it would take a little longer to go over that and be like, we're really gonna let this guy go. But
yeah.
No, hold on.
Did you ever see that movie?
As a member
Yeah.
of the jury, do you get any special privileges or anything? Like, do you get free
Regarding
lunch
what?
or free hotels?
Yeah,
Or...
they give you lunch. They don't sequester you anymore in hotels. You're allowed to go home and stuff during deliberations.
Yeah. Well, I
and
mean,
if-
it's
I
not a
miss-
popular case. So.
Yeah, and I missed. Yeah, exactly. If it was like a big case, obviously that's a bit different.
Yeah.
And I missed 2 shifts at work, and so my work is still obligated to pay me for the time I would've-
Nice.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get to commit one crime for free after jury
Yeah.
duty. You
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
one.
Make it
That's
a
why
good
this
one.
guy got let off. He was a good juror earlier in his life. So
Yeah.
no, I was just gonna say my friend was telling me he had a case where it was a straight up gang banging crime, and the guy who was on trial stood and looked at the jury. Like, I'm gonna hunt you down and fucking kill you, kind of thing. So, like,
Wait, what? Wait, what?
just basically, this guy gave a threatening aura to the jury, one of the defendants that my buddy was on jury for, which kind of leads me to think
He did it.
they not only that, but also juries should. Maybe there should
think he's
just be a
guilty?
glass wall or like a tinted wall there
Yeah,
so
yeah.
people can't see and put names to the jury. So I mean, that stuff's already almost on its way out. I think it was the famous George Floyd trial in America where people were kind of hinting towards leaking juror identities if they didn't get the outcome they wanted. That jury was intimidated.
Yeah, of course. Like the media.
That guy should
itself.
not have got the. He definitely did something wrong as far as police malpractice goes, but life in jail is a bit egregious considering that. Well, you know what? I won't solve that particular social issue.
Wait,
now.
Derek Chauvin got life
good
in
luck
jail?
on that one, boy. Jesus Christ.
He got life, that which is
Jesus.
it's just
No,
a
didn't
bit
he get 25?
egregious.
I thought he got 25.
Yeah, you might be right. Actually,
The guy was a boomer. It may as well have been life. It's fine.
Yeah, he's like in his 40s.
Oh,
I
he's
think.
gonna come
Yeah.
out when he's like 1 billion years old. Be like,
There we
right,
go.
I'm back. Now everyone's in a. It's like, wait, I'm back. Like, guys, why are you all in pods? Where's the food? Why am I eating?
Why am I buying
cockroaches
things
uh,
now?
with bitcoins? What the fuck
Yeah,
is a
right.
bitcoin?
Yeah, right. We'll be able to print our own food in the next 25 years. This isn't going to be Star
What's a
Trek.
chain link and why is it
Yeah.
why is it
Actually,
got
I-
chain
It's a gay sex position, Ari. It's a gay sex position.
Yeah, it really, really is, especially these days.
So
You just
hold
reminded
on.
me of something. Oh, go ahead.
Speaking of
Yes.
criminal activity, I tried fucking Caesar salad for the first time, and
Oh, you really had to get this out. Okay.
yeah, dude,
Go ahead.
how the fuck have I not been told about this before? This is like the best fucking dish I've ever.
Dude,
had
you
in
got to
the
be
longest
real
time.
careful with salads. You got to be real
dressing
So
careful.
fucking good.
Like-
I'm gonna have it like every day now. Caesar salad.
Yeah. I started getting back into them because I hated salads, but I started getting into this prosciutto salad that was nice
What's in
with
it?
some
What's in it?
cheese. It was a fig and prosciutto salad with gorgonzola cheese at the bottom,
nice.
and
Ooh,
it
that
was
sounds
it
so
was
good.
it was very good. But you got to be careful if you get something like a Cobb salad. That's 800 calories right there. So you got to keep it real clean with those. And Caesar salad's fine. And I also noticed that you didn't eat the cherry tomatoes, which is based because cherry tomatoes are for
It's
they're for
disgusting.
women.
No,
Yeah.
cherry tomatoes are
disgusting,
amazing.
dude.
No,
You're
How?
proving our point.
That's
So-
true.
How?
No, speaking
no,
of food,
no. I'm not gonna let this one slide. How can you not like? Okay, I'm gonna say this now. Tomatoes are underrated, just like tomatoes on the.
No, they're not.
No, you don't know. No, let me tell
They're
you.
severely
the issue is
overrated.
They
No,
have
no,
ketchup,
no.
and ketchup's disgusting. Ketchup's for 12-year-olds. Go ahead.
Most ketchup is disgusting, yeah, unless you get the. Anyway, so tomatoes, right? The problem with tomatoes is they get to the.
spit it out. Spit it out.
They get to the shelves when they're not ripe. Grow your own tomatoes.
Oh my gosh!
Organic
All
ones.
right, you're
And then pick them when they're ripe.
I'm so done with Tradlar bullshit. Grow
Yeah.
your own food.
Tradlar
Just
bullshit.
shut up.
No,
Grow
listen,
your own tomato.
listen, no,
Who's
listen.
doing that?
It's not Tradlop shit. It's like listen,
It is.
listen.
It is.
Ari, I have
No,
a
listen.
fucking
But
life.
when
I'm
it
not
gets to
gonna
the
grow my own
shelves, it's
fucking
not ripe. They
tomatoes,
pick
okay?
it before it's ripe.
Just grow your own tomatoes, bro. Just live in the middle of nowhere,
never had
but
a
still have a
prime
good job,
tomato.
bro.
You don't need to
Ari,
live in the middle of
me
nowhere.
and Moria are busy having sex. We're busy having
Getting notifications on our
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay, all right.
Listen,
You know what? One of these days, I'm gonna fucking drop a Harrier on your garden, and it's just gonna be tomato seeds. And
we're
one
not
of
the
these
losers
days,
with gardens. So.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
You don't have gardens?
He lives in America. He doesn't have fucking
Yeah,
gardens.
we
It's
don't
all
need
concrete.
that.
Wait, you guys
We
don't
just-
have gardens?
We just have. Yeah. You know what?
No, I don't believe you.
All
Well,
right. Listen.
Moya. I tried a fucking Philly cheesesteak for the first time the other week. Dude,
it
that
was
shit
good.
is fucking like onions, the cheese, the fucking.
Did you get it at a chain place, or was it just a place?
No,
that
it was
had
just like an
cheesesteak?
American style restaurant kind of thing.
Very nice. I'm wondering
yeah.
how that would taste. I had an Indian cheesesteak yesterday. It was very good. So
Yeah.
just some very technical
Isn't
stuff.
it all the same as like a Subway steak and cheese?
No, my
No,
gosh!
no.
I
How
gotta.
dare
You get a hoagie, man. You get a hoagie.
How dare you?
I think for the first time in the history of this podcast, I just got offended. I think I actually just got offended. That's
Successfully
amazing.
baited.
I'm a
Yeah,
Subway
he
connoisseur
finally
myself,
did.
and even I don't
I
dare
love Subway.
make the
I love
comparison.
Subway.
Even Tyson doesn't cross that line. But real quick, I just want to end the tomato argument once and for all. Tomatoes are in the same realm as mayonnaise for me. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. They're a minimum content addition to food. They are not meant to be a main part of it. So when you get tomatoes with a sandwich, you have a slice of a tomato, and that's okay.
Filtered.
Cherry tomatoes are way too much volume of tomato. They're not meant to be consumed like that. They don't taste good like that. They're not
Filtered.
meant to be eaten that way. So tomatoes they're an add-on. There's you're not going to have a salad with a bunch of clobs of mustard as your content. It's the same thing with tomatoes. You want to have maybe diced tomatoes in your salad. That's fine. I'll let that go. But grape
Sometimes
tomatoes?
enjoy
I'll be honest.
pathetic.
I'm not a big tomato
Sometime-
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I enjoy just cherry tomatoes on their own, and I'll just
Yeah,
Ew.
and sometimes
See, that-
you enjoy sucking dick, alright, and it's okay.
Yeah,
I do.
exactly.
I'm tired of pretending I don't.
Oh, but also it makes me think of the king in the
kidding.
third Lord of the Rings movie who just bites into a tomato. I don't know if you guys remember that part, but that
dude.
always grossed me out.
Dude, okay, something on that line. So a couple years, maybe 10 years ago, when during one of our elections, the prime minister was campaigning.
Are you
and
even old enough to know what 10 years ago is?
Shut the fuck up. And on one of his, you know how they do like campaign stops at like different industrial locations, and like I'm a real man worker kind of like thing.
Of course.
So they went to like a fruit processing plant, fruit and vegetable processing plant, and like he picked up an onion and took a fucking bite out of a whole onion.
Oh no!
So look up Tony Abbott bites an onion if you're interested in seeing
That's
that
actually
fucking
really
psychopath.
funny. I might actually look that up.
Yeah.
But onions are in the same. It's the same realm as tomatoes. I love raw onions. Raw onions are good, but I wouldn't have whole whole chunks of raw onion in my
Yeah,
food.
but
just like
roasted
I
onion.
wouldn't
I
have-
mean, fried onion's the best. Fried onion's the best.
Well,
Come on,
I-
let's be real.
Caramelized.
Maybe
onion.
the
No,
only
I-
exception.
Caramelized.
I feel like
Oh,
the only
no.
exception to this rule is a fucking broccoli, because I would love broccoli by itself. That shit's
Yeah, but
delicious.
You're a
that's-
liar.
Not the
Tyson.
stalks though. Not the stalks.
That's a
The stalks
different
are shit.
realm, and that's never intended to be in a full edition. It can stand alone pretty well. And I'll just say real quick, caramelized onions are disgusting, and I hope everyone who enjoys them dies in their sleep.
Okay,
So.
yeah,
Your mother will
that's
die
out
in
of
the
line.
sleep if
That's
you don't
out of
reply
line.
to this post.
Raw onions are right. That was good, Adam.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reply to this with a smug SpongeBob fish.
Yeah, raw onions are right there, and they are good, and they have more zest to them. Instead, you're gonna caramelize them. It's disgusting.
No.
They're
No,
hard
no,
to eat.
no,
They're
no.
They're
disgusting.
good either way. What the fuck you on about?
Yeah, they're fucking
No,
great,
caramelized
dude.
onions are disgusting. But I need to take a victory lap real quick in general because we were talking about the future in
No,
25
hold
years.
this L plus ratio plus no bitches.
Plus
fell off.
caramelized list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, plus no caramelized bitches. But I'm just gonna say real quick, I was right about something, and I said it a few episodes back, and I'm just gonna tell you what I was right about, and it's about failed futurism. Elon Musk is pulling out of his Twitter deal. And I said this would happen a million
you
times.
did.
I
think
said
you did, yeah.
he is trying to get publicity for going and buying Twitter. And then he says he won't buy it because of too many
The bots, right?
He knew that in the first place. That was the most obvious. Everyone knew, us four retards on this Instagram, on this podcast knew that.
On
So
this Instagram live.
Yeah, let's just pretend that this wasn't insider information because one of us is related to him.
yeah, one of us is
No,
one of
I
his
imagine
sons.
Are we
it
even allowed
was so
to
he
say
could
that?
liquidate a bunch of his Tesla stock and not be like fucking and dump the price. I think
Ooh,
that's why.
a really good angle.
Yeah,
Damn, I wasn't
that's
ready
what
for
that's
that.
what I think.
He's a thinking juryman. He's a man of the law
Yeah,
now. He's
and that,
thinking about
and
a
he
lot
could have
of things.
liquidated fucking billions and billions, and no one would have batted an eye because he's buying Twitter. Oh my god! Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you should look into that. You know,
But the
like,
thing is,
you heard it
though,
here first.
Even if that was true, like he did all this just to like dunk on Twitter and say, "I'm not going
Dude,
to buy
the
it
guy's a
because of bots."
retard. I'm not surprised if he did.
No, but even if he did all that, how is it not fucking based? Like Twitter's dog shit. It's good that
Yeah,
this
but
happened.
why are you? That's your that's one of your claim to fames is doing that to Twitter, just proving that everyone already knew that Twitter was a shithole, though.
Yeah.
So they already knew that they were biased in what they were doing, and everyone keeps saying, "Oh, 44 billion, Elon Musk has that." No billionaire, no rich,
really.
I don't even think maybe Jeff Bezos is liquid 44 billion.
No,
Elon Musk
not
is
in
not
chat.
hold on,
liquid
hold on,
44
hold on, hold on,
billion.
hold on,
in
hold on.
hell.
There was
Yeah.
that guy. No, who was that degenerate on Wall Street? Who was at one point like in terms of liquid?
Martin Shkreli.
No, not Martin. Shkreli.
Probably Jordan Wolf for that, the guy that made that stupid
we
fucking
we know
Leonardo
Martin.
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
He's too
We
poor
spoke
for
to
that.
Martin.
Oh, who's
No,
the
no,
scam
no.
artist that Leonardo DiCaprio played?
Yeah,
He's
John
too
Belfort.
poor.
No, not him, not
Jordan
him, not
Belfort.
him. No. I think it was an Asian. It was an Asian guy.
Shinzo Abe.
No.
No,
He
that
was-
guy,
he-
the Enron guy.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
No,
you know
no,
what he
no.
did? Yeah,
The
do you know
Enron
the
guy
story?
only made it of like 250 mil, not.
No, it
even-
wasn't
but-
the Enron guy. No, it wasn't the Enron guy. It was some guy. He made it by getting in with like elite crowds and stuff by like LARPing among like the super rich and eventually like faking it till he made it. And like at one point he rugged an exit scam so hard. In terms of like liquidity, he was the richest man in the world in terms of cash.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
do you,
I know
do
what
you know
Like, he
what
had
the
the
Enron
most-
guy
the
did?
guy-
he had
he
the
scammed-
most. He had
He scammed the fucking Malaysian ministry, didn't he?
yes, him.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that was the guy. Yeah, yeah.
He was the richest
Liquid man. On the planet,
liquid guy like
Why
in the world.
So fucking stupid.
They are, dude.
Yeah,
a lot
they're
of
really
oil
dumb.
and a whole lot, not a lot of brain cells. But wait,
excuse me?
have I talked about the Enron? Do you guys know about the Enron guy? How he became liquid right before the Enron exploded?
Yeah.
No, go ahead,
All right,
real quick.
really fucking funny story. So this guy was like a high up Enron executive, and he knew Enron was on its last legs. Before the public knew, he knew. But he's like, how the fuck do I liquidate all my fucking Enron stock and not crash the price or raise questions? So what he did is that he staged an affair with a hooker and married her, and so he could divorce his wife and therefore legally liquidate his stock options.
What?
Yeah, and
Damn.
so he liquidated all his stock options, married this hooker, a year later divorced her, remarried his wife.
So what? He could reclaim the assets?
Yeah. So like he got out before Enron exploded, liquidated everything without any questions, and got to fuck a hooker for a year. Like it's a win-win.
Wait, does the hooker still
Damn,
have stock as well?
Tyson, did you write that down? Hold on, let me write that down. I'm gonna have to re-listen to this.
I think you got some of that story inaccurate. So
No,
the
I
real
think it's
story
true.
was that he actually did fall in love with the hooker, and he didn't actually go back to his wife. He stayed with the hooker.
All right,
and he had a
Tyson,
kid
this isn't
with-
a self-insert. This isn't a self-insert.
But all I'm saying now is like he's actually like the largest landowner in Colorado.
Yeah,
this
I know
day.
that bit. Yeah, I know
Where did
that
that come
part.
from?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Very important detail.
That's a big
Can't miss
deal,
that.
actually. That
Yeah.
the land is pretty valuable out there. So
Yeah.
I'll just say, first off, I know that Elon Musk didn't have to front the full $44 billion. It also came from other investors, but I don't even think he was liquid enough to the degree to cover his portion. And he was never sincere in his offer in the first place. And that's my issue with Elon Musk. He's big on optics, but insincere in execution in almost everything he does. He's as I read online, I thought it was a great quote. He's not a great engineer, but he's the best salesman in the world, and I'm totally on board with that. So
Yeah,
he's not
that's
an
a-
idiot.
that's a
He's
fair
an
call.
incredibly smart guy, and he definitely played the situation at the end to his advantage. And my grand finale for my entire theory of this entire event is he will try and start his own Twitter-like platform that he's going to point everyone to within the next 2 or 3 months, I believe.
And it will more than likely
especially
be
after
Web3 native and create a new bubble in the crypto space where it's kind of
Based,
social
yeah.
media-based L3s.
I love It's great. Thank you.
Token Sneed, suck my dick.
Some say he
hold
might
this
even
L
use
plus
Lens Protocol
ratio.
as the basis for it.
How
Yeah,
about you suck my knob, you fucking...
Yeah. Tyson, or no, I's got to be a guy in the background. So like, yeah, I heard they're also going to use Lens Protocol. Who said that? Who said that?
Oh, lenses.
I don't know why you're so fixated on that shit with your fucking mega weapon shit and your and your all these other
Because we
gay
actually made
tokens
money
that you
from it.
shield.
Oh,
This token doesn't even exist yet. No one's made or lost money on it.
I'm in my Joker arc of crypto.
Yeah,
communities.
you get what you fucking deserve.
Serious.
No, I invest in tokens to joke around about killing the developers of the tokens. So that's where
Yeah.
that's where.
See, I didn't start that way with Chainlink, but holy shit, I ended this way.
I see where this is going, Moya. Okay, I see. I see where this is going.
I do too. I took a lot of notes last time I met one of the developers, so I took a lot of notes. That's
like
all I
eating
can say.
patterns and routines and things of that nature.
Yeah, exactly. How readily they'll drink something that I hand to them. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But yeah, no, that's my new way. That's my avant-garde way of choosing options or stocks or crypto now is, which developers I'd like to hunt down in real life and torture. But
Oh fuck.
that would be bad. But also, just real quick.
I'm just
Speaking
just
of
know- just
other
know that
things-
next time I see you, I am going to eat a ton of cherry tomatoes.
You're just gonna eat a cherry tomato with caramelized onion on it in my face.
Ari can have his cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna have spaghetti bolognese at 5 a.m. and then
Let's go. Oh yeah, we need to drink milk. Drink milk.
yeah.
Lots and lots of milk.
I love milk, dude. I fucking stand by that. I stand by that.
exactly because Moya hates milk drink.
This
I know,
this kills
I know.
the Moyer. I'm gonna finally meet all of you at once, and you're just gonna beat me and put me in a chamber, and then only
Drink
slip.
it.
You're gonna slip those items through a thin slit, at like 9 a.m. It's either gonna be spaghetti or grape tomatoes with caramelized onions for every meal. So,
You need a milk to wash it down as well.
but speaking of bad taste, there we go. That's not bad. The new Thor movie was one of the
Dude,
worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
So much more.
Is it
I
really that
expected
bad?
so much more.
Tyson, it was worse than Morbius. It was worse than
No,
Morbius.
what?
It was
Really?
really bad. The editing was chopped. You can
The
tell they
music,
tried to make
the
5
score
movies
was
at
weird.
once.
The score was really weird. Like it was
Oh.
dull in some places. I don't know what was going on there. Really.
It was
Well,
the most
know
self.
exactly
wasn't the same
what's
director
going
as
on with
fucking
that
Thor
movie.
3? Like, didn't Taika?
Yes.
Yeah, I love Taika. Taika's normally really great.
Nah, he's run out. He's a hack. He got filtered this episode.
Damn,
He
okay.
got
Yeah.
filtered because it was the most self-aware Taika thing. Bright colors, supposedly funny jokes, choppy editing. We'll just put in a classic rock song that we think everyone will like. Yeah, back in black. and everyone's supposed to like that. It was so going through the motions of a Taika Marvel movie. It was insulting. It was really insulting. Natalie Portman wasn't hot enough. I think Tessa Thompson is actually really hot.
I think
Dude,
Natalie Portman was hotter than her, though.
Thank
She was hotter than her. No.
Tyson, you feel Tessa Thompson was hotter than Natalie Portman in
Dude,
that movie.
I've been eyeing her out since day one.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
What was the last John Favreau Marvel film?
Chef.
What was that?
Yeah,
Chef? My name's Chef.
John Favreau.
Have you seen this Chef, please?
He does more Star Wars, but I think he's really involved with those Spider-Man movies, which, I mean, No Way Home was kind of shit, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but like Toby. Toby!
Yeah, exactly. I guess I can't look for Tessa Thompson nudes live on air.
Just wait
it's
for
fine.
Raimi's Spider-Man 4. It's coming, unironically.
Oh, there he is, bringing up Raimi all over again.
Well,
but
you have to, right? No, I'm not even joking. Raimi's Spider-Man 4 is literally
No,
coming in,
that's
like,
not happening.
the
It's
next
not
few
happening.
years.
all right,
I've
so
never-
you spent a half hour gaslighting me into Rush Hour 4 trailer coming out. So fuck you. I'll never take your movie.
Wait. Someone remind me what happened there again.
No, I won't, because it was a very dark time in my life, so I'm not going to talk about that. But you spent a half hour. You at least convinced me fully for about a minute or two that Rush Hour 4 trailer was out, and I
I was not on my own though.
that was before I met you, so I should have carried that anger to New York and done what needed to be done. So.
No, hold on. I wasn't on my own. Tyson was there as well, and he tagged along.
Yeah, don't blame it. Don't displace it on Tyson. You're both gonna get it. You're
Just a
both
humble
gonna get it.
POC. What are you doing?
Yeah, pulls that card. Yeah, you're a Christian this week too. Yeah, I'm just a humble Christian person of color. Please don't be mad at me, sir. But yeah, no, Adam, it was that movie was embarrassing, and so was the pacing and everything else. So.
Gore was obviously based and whatever, but like everything else was just such
Gore?
dog shit.
Do you mean
the
Gore
guy-
or Gore?
No, it is
Gore,
Gore,
Gore.
and that's the other
He's
problem.
Gore.
There's a guy named Gore, and another guy with a similar
and we never
name,
saw
too.
Gore do any actual god butchering, which is like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I want to see some god butchering, motherfucker, but no.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was really, really embarrassing.
How
movie.
was Chris Pratt and the crew in the film?
Oh, they were in it for a little bit.
They phoned it in completely. He was.
Oh.
He was all.
Here's what's gonna happen.
He looked homeless, honestly.
More
Yeah,
than kind of reintroducing characters like they reintroduced Captain America. Instead of doing that, it's more so going to be about adding derivatives
women.
and or just new characters in general, because it's all just going towards a Secret Wars climax in probably by the end of this decade or something, maybe beyond that. Like Secret Wars is going to be the
Secret
climax,
War I'm
and they're going to have
constantly mailing Sergei Anthrax.
No.
What?
Think about how much money they can make from this. The Secret War, Infinity War and Endgame clearly showed that like appealing to nostalgia and shit and all this and that work. So what they're going to do is they're going to have a Secret Wars, and it's not just going to be like the Marvel, the Disney side of Marvel. It's going to be like Fox, and it's going to be like Sony and everything.
with X-Men and all that.
together.
Yeah.
It's going to have like Toby Spider-Man. It's going to have Andrew. It's going to have
gonna be so
everyone
lame.
from
Fuck
Marvel. It's going to have everyone from Fox's X-Men. That's going to be the real climax. That's going to be their rug pull before we all end up in pods and
I'm
shit.
getting big first grader on the playground making shit up vibes from
Yeah.
this.
That's
where they
what
would say-
Marvel is. That's all it is
Yeah.
nowadays.
And
No,
then-
this is completely.
Yeah,
This is all
I can
speculation.
imagine Ari
But
like back then. He's like, guys, I have a PS10. It's like so epic. My dad
Yeah,
looks at
yeah,
it.
My
says-
dad works in Nintendo and he got me a
I was
PS10.
the guy. I was the guy seething at the guy who was claiming that. So if Tyson was ironically saying,
No, why
to
don't
me,
I have a
he's got a
PS10?
Game Boy
Ah!
7, I would be.
So
Yeah.
the big one that got passed around in first grade for me, and keep in mind I'm older than you guys, so this was before the prequels came out, well before the prequels came out. And the big one coming around was the new Star Wars would be called the Twin Somethings, and Leia
Twin
would have
Snakes.
and Leia would have an orange lightsaber and be more powerful than Luke. So that didn't happen,
God.
but that was the one getting tossed around for a while. I said I wouldn't bring up Star Wars, but I just did, so whatever.
Nah, what Tyson will never understand is basically that idea, but with games. So Moya, I know you know this one, Luigi and Mario 64.
Oh, yeah, that one's infamous. That one's infamous, yeah.
And like
Yes.
Triforce and Ocarina of Time, that stuff is based.
Yeah.
My buddy always said
Ding,
that if
ding,
you beat
wahoo,
all
I
these
love
levels in the
soy milk.
Star Fox 64, you can walk around on the ground in the game. Oh, no, the best was playing Pokemon and looking up fake. You didn't know they were fake at the time.
Missing Go.
Well, that was very, very real. But the best was Peekaboo behind Dr. Bill. You had to walk around Dr. Bill 3 times, and then Peekaboo would be in the garden out back. That was a big one.
No,
Or,
all the secret rooms in the Mario games, like in like levels, and like you'd have to look in like gaming magazines to find out where they were because the internet wasn't a thing back then. So it'd have like all
good
like
old
the ways
days.
to get these like secret rooms and secret pipes and levels and stuff. Dude, that was like the shit, man.
I'll show you a secret pipe.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, dude. Just something I wanted. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that it's a shame because you literally cannot do anything like that nowadays. Because
No, it's
before
sad.
a game will come out, someone will get it early, and then they'll data mine it, and it's all out on.
So
Yeah,
this-
true.
This might lead into something that I'm looking at suggested topics, and Tyson has one called the boomerification of kidmoyer. So I'll let you bring that up in a second because what I'm about to say kind of tails into it. But back in my day, I was thinking about it last night, and I was getting very nostalgic. When I was in college, we had cell phones, but they weren't smartphones. So I had an Alias 2 phone. And social life felt a lot more engaged because the only time you could update your Facebook or anything was when you were physically at a computer. And no one used Twitter, and there was no Instagram, and we barely
Was Facebook a
just
thing?
moved. It just became a thing that year. So some people still weren't even on it. So we were still kind of engaged with each other over basically everyone texted each other, and it was just barely on the cusp before iPhones and smartphones became a thing. It was just a better world.
And they used short form, like kind of stupid text.
LOL.
Fucking
Oh,
limited.
see,
dial pad.
Texting was wholesome. It's like
Texting
that
was
was a real
amazing.
connection between two people.
I'm just saying you had to put in a little more effort socially. And when you, like, kind of what I was just saying now, if you wanted to look something up or do something, you had to put effort into it, and you had to go on your computer with intent to do it. And that's
Commitment,
important. We don't have that anymore. Now we can just sit on our asses and be like,
Back
what
in
size?
my day,
This is
post
what I'm
quality was
saying.
much higher.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think, unironically, like if innovation started going backwards, they'd be fucking keen. Like, imagine if like for some whatever.
You realize that
fucking
means no
reason, right?
crypto, right? Innovation
God.
going
Sure,
backwards.
sure. I mean, yeah, sure.
keep
fine.
going, please. Keep going. Yeah.
So like, imagine shit just started going backwards around. By the time we're all old, we're like back to playing NESs and stuff.
That would be, yeah, people just start inventing things that make us, well, not dumber, but I'm
that
saying,
would be my worst fucking nightmare. Jesus.
well, you're already
Well, that says
hollowed
a
out
lot.
enough, Tyson.
Yeah,
but
dude.
Just let me keep the graphics. Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh my god! No,
Unreal
don't even.
Engine 3.
I'm just saying things used to be focused more in a way that kept humans focused, really, and able to concentrate. Now we're not, and that's part of technology's fault. But we talk about that all the time. But
Yeah,
Tyson,
I was...
good.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
been
just saying,
time.
I was at a musical this afternoon, and my sister like just had to keep checking her phone every fucking 2 minutes. I'm like, dude, like, can you not put it down and just enjoy?
I
what's
know.
in front of you?
I didn't even text her. She was checking for it.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like straight people tend to clock out at musicals. So
Yeah, that's true. Adam's like, isn't this great? This is just amazing.
it
She's
was
like,
really-
yeah, whatever,
The
pussy.
girls on stage were really hot, so
There you
know.
go. There you go. Go ahead, I.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I have a OnePlus phone. There's a feature on this called Zen mode. You just press the button and it gives like once you press it, it's done. Like it will
Yeah,
lock
that's
you out
called
of
eating
your
a
phone.
buckshot breakfast. That's Zen mode, baby.
No, it will lock your phone out for an
Like
hour and you
Shinzo
can't do
Abe.
anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there is that mode that you can put it on when you go to sleep, where it's do not disturb. And sometimes I'll
No,
text people and
not
I'll say
do
that.
not disturb. It's not it's not that. Zen mode literally, you can't use your phone other than the emergency number.
Okay.
Can I
It
like?
will
Can I
literally just
emergency
blocks
shit
everything
post?
off. No,
I like that. That's kind of cool.
It literally disables everything. I think it might even.
Is
I'm
that an
not sure.
app? What is it?
It's built into the like.
Oh, nice.
Like
All right.
Was it
I'll
iPhone or
click
like
that.
Samsung or whatever the fuck?
OnePlus. I just told you.
Okay.
All
well,
right.
you know.
So Tyson, what is the boomerification of kidmoyer?
You just demonstrated
so
it.
I was just scrolling
Yeah.
through your Twitter feed by Joker,
Yes.
and I noticed that it looks eerily like my fucking dad's Facebook page. like
That's too
just,
funny.
You've just evolved to the point where you're just like replying paragraphs to like random fucking celebrities, and you just
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yep.
He's like, please come to.
yeah.
It's like,
And then like
man, I love your
celebrities, you
music.
mean-
I'm such a huge
you post
fan.
these fucking like
Please
reaction
reply to
gifs
my
as well.
DM.
Let's just say if you showed my dad these same reaction gifs, he would love them. So
I finally hit.
Yeah.
I finally hit peak boomer. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, because you'll everyone goes through this journey eventually, or at least I hope they do. They all start. Let's just say they start center left, then they become libertarians, then they go full pull-tard, and then they scale themselves back and become Christian trad.
Well,
or
you know
something. I don't know. There's-
you know the quote: if you're in college, if you're not a lefty, you don't have a heart, and then if you're 40, you're not a righty, you don't have a head. That's like, yeah.
There's that also, but I just feel like I've had such this journey, and I am so put away with the current, I guess, niche internet culture argument. I just hate trad larpery so fucking much, where you just go on Twitter and it's something along the lines of eat meat, get out of cities, do this, do that, and it's just some anonymous. Like, I can't stand that shit, and I've noticed a lot of people are talking like that online and offline, and I think it's very disingenuous and incredibly boring. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go full boomer, and
It's
I
always
did.
a
It's
Coomer
great.
as well. It's always a fat, balding boomer. It's just.
It is.
I mean,
They-
there are the real ones out there, but like they're not out there like boasting about it, because that's just like what they were anyway.
They try and
I can't
intentionally
wait for 300
speak.
pound Moyer. That's the final form.
This isn't even my final form. Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna
no,
be
you
like,
forgot about the mobility skill.
my belly.
well, what's the guy from Raiden that everyone memes with the glasses? You know what I'm
You
talking
mean
about?
Metal Gear Rising?
Yeah.
Oh,
Metal
you
Gear
mean
Rising.
Senator Armstrong?
Yeah, he's
He's
just
like,
the jacked bald center.
every egg, Jack.
Yeah,
Trying to make
I
the
think-
mother of all omelets.
So did you guys see that? Speaking of boomer Twitter sentiment, did you guys see that clip of Jordan Peterson going "Up yours, woke moralists"?
Up yours.
Did you see that? Can you see that real quick?
I did not see that. No.
Oh,
I can
okay.
imagine him saying that.
Yeah, and then someone superimposed the
So that's the bloody thing about being a postmodern Marxist.
I want to take some drugs.
So someone took
Kayla, where's my fucking Xanax?
the voice actor for that guy from Metal Gear Rising did that impression of Jordan Peterson
No
saying that, and
way.
it's really funny. I'll have to send you the link. It's like "Up yours, woke moralist." It's hilarious. So yeah, but
We need to
I
get him
just
to say some shit for us.
yeah, we could, yeah, that would be a good idea actually. But no, Tyson, I'm gonna keep going with what I'm doing now. You've definitely
Go for it,
confirmed I'm
King.
on the
Go
right
for it.
track. I'm really sick of where internet discourse has gone, and I think that I usually would get some signals from the more niche parts of the internet, but they've gotten incredibly boring as well, and just completely infected by trad LARP nonsense. So
And
I'm
Zoomers.
gonna-
I'm
Zoomers
with you,
are the
dude.
ones
This
that
is
are
like
ruining
this is
everything.
fucking horseshoe theory to the max. Like,
Yeah.
we've been to like the very depths. Now it's just time to claw ourselves back to fucking mainstream mediocrity.
What?
Yeah, I would love to get back to that point. You know, I think we need to get there.
No,
We've
you haven't
gotten too
understood the game.
polarized.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
just like in 6 months' time, we're like discussing the new episode of like The Big Bang Theory.
We're just rewatching the catalog. Can you believe Sheldon knocked on Penny's door and said Penny 9 times? That was crazy. I can't believe
Holy
that.
shit, guys! Have you seen the new episode of?
The Mandalorian, just because of the Mandalorian podcast.
Big Bang Theory anime.
Like, just soon enough,
No, the
enough,
Big-
we'll
the Big
be-
Bang
we'll
Theory
be
is
on
me with your
Facebook
mom.
Messenger with our group chats.
Would it be like Suko no Theory? All right. Does
Let's
anyone
be
have
honest.
anything on?
Who are we fucking kidding? We're all envious of normal people. You know? I am,
Sometimes,
at least.
sometimes I wish I could just be normal, but other times I'm like, thank God I'm not normal. I can't.
I
just-
don't.
Dude, it's fucking sick. Being normal.
No,
I don't know. Sitting on a couch and eating
You
dinner
kinda-
and watching
you're happy,
Netflix
you're
with some
happy
girl
and,
isn't.
You're
I don't
happy
know.
and complacent with everything that you're fed.
I don't know.
You know?
we're kind of getting into everyone else is an automaton but me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
territory.
saying that.
I'm
I'm
not a
not.
pod
No,
person.
that's not what I
Yeah.
mean. That's not what I mean.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
you're in the
If
same
you're
realm.
normal-
I won't live in the pod. All right,
No,
relax.
I'm not saying that's
relax.
not what I'm
Issues that
saying.
There's two people
That's
inside
not
of
what
me.
I'm
Like,
saying.
that's this
That's
guy
not
over
what
me
I'm
is
saying.
twisted
Inside every
fucking
man, there are
psychopath.
two
Holy
wolves.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, so point of the episode I
You know what?
is
Fuck
a
you.
trad.
I don't even want to be Neo or anything. I want to be Agent Smith, and I just want to
You know what,
fucking kill
Ari?
you.
You know what?
Or you're fucking Trinity. You're gonna get
Nah.
fucking.
Yeah, alright, sick. I'll be Trinity.
I is Trinity,
Yeah,
definitely.
dodge this.
I is a trad larper. No, I'm just kidding. That's Tyson.
No,
So-
I'm
No,
not.
I know. I took it back. But listen, I gotta go watch Kyrgios beat Djokovic
Yeah,
because I
same,
put
dude.
some money on that. So
Yeah.
you guys got anything on the back
win
end
some
here?
money from
Yeah,
that?
well,
You did-
Kyrgios is
you did
paying
win
$4, so fucking bet the house, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, it
Or
went up
in
then.
American odds, it'd be plus 400, I think. I think
yeah.
that's what it would be.
I only got in when it was plus 350. Damn.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
got on plus 400.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm rooting for once in my life. I'm rooting for the Australian today. So,
You know what's
So-
fucking crazy?
nah, don't let him guess.
Yeah.
Go
No,
ahead.
so you know like eggs, right?
Oh my
Like
god.
every time you eat an egg or whatever.
Yo, man, eggs.
Like you thought about how like that little egg is literally like enough to like literally carry life. For,
That's
like,
me
however
with
the
my
fuck
cum.
long. Like it's
Yeah.
not being
How is cum not
It's
more
not-
impressive?
Yeah.
because cum is not like self-sustaining, right?
Yes,
The
it
egg
is.
like no, it's not. It's like all inside the shell, right? Whereas with a baby and shit, like that's all like the mother has to kind of keep feeding the baby and stuff like inside her. Whereas the egg with the chicken, yeah, like it's all kind of enclosed in like a
I
tidy
was
little
actually
package.
thinking about chickens yesterday. They really are the most powerful race in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they used to
we
be
use their-
They used to be T-Rexes, right?
Well, I was eating fried chicken skins in the car, which I don't know where
Based?
that is a
Yeah, what the
delicacy.
fuck?
But then I
Holy fucking
realized.
based.
So we used chickens. We used their bones. We used their eggs. We used their skin. We use their feathers. Chickens are God's bounty to the earth, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but let's
you
be
know how like
honest, like-
coconuts are like superfoods? So are chickens, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the
Nah,
taste.
nah,
I don't
I
like the
disagree with
taste of grilled chicken. I just don't. But
Coconuts, yes, but they're based on the superfoods. But chickens, honestly, I'm beginning to think that like eating birds is kind of cringe, to be honest.
No, I absorb their power that
will-
way. Then I'll be
I
able to
will
fly.
No,
one
there's
day.
no
Stop eating
fucking
birds.
power, dude.
I
Like,
will
there's
never
you
do
get
that,
hardly
I'm sorry.
you get hardly any fucking nutrition from like chicken.
What's
You
a
Yeah, I
good?
know.
can't eat it
But,
raw.
like,
Whereas
it's
like,
spirit. I can eat its spirit.
and I'm not one of those like raw meat guys. I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat
This
raw.
is
but, like,
Aiii Strad larping again.
I'm not trad larping, for fuck's sake. Listen,
If we let
just
Ari
like
go on too much longer, he's gonna-
nutritionally, you get fuck all from like eggs, yes, but
Eat
like
meat,
from chicken
eat
meat
grape
itself,
tomatoes, eat
Chicken-
caramelized onions. That's
chicken
you.
meat itself, you
Grow
get
your
fuck
own
all, right?
tomatoes.
Red meat mogs chicken so hard.
Okay, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I do.
There you go.
I'm
That's
inclined
true.
to.
Not
agree with that.
not because you can like because you can like eat it raw, because like just like nutritionally and like how it makes you feel and stuff, it's just so much better. And it tastes better as well.
No, it doesn't.
Oh man.
It tastes better.
No,
Admit it,
it doesn't.
What does?
man.
I hate it
red
raw.
Meat. Red meat
Yeah,
tastes better
red
than
meat.
chicken.
I
Turkey
wh-
tastes like shit.
When I'm cooking steak, I take a little bit of it off and eat raw pieces of it. I
Yum.
don't care.
That's
It's
tartare.
fucking based.
That's
Sure, but,
tartare.
like,
Yeah, that is based steak tartare. It's fucking
Yeah,
great.
and like yeah,
lovely.
I was raised on chicken, and it's just so fucking versatile that I will
This
never
is true.
stop loving it.
Is
Chicken
it
nuggets,
really,
are
though?
chicken
I
nuggets are
disagree.
unbeaten.
Is chicken really that versatile?
Grill
though?
it, fry it, deep fry
If you're
it,
not putting
steam it, boil
Tyson's
it.
being a white person about it. You know how white person can eat something and be like, "Oh, it's so spicy," and there's just nothing on it. It's
So-
just a
so
piece
delicious.
of chicken.
So
Yeah,
delicious.
exactly. No,
Scrumptious.
the only way for grilled chicken to be good is if I put tons of hot sauce on it, pepper, whatever, flakes, coom. It's just not good on its
but
own.
just the
But
fact of the matter
red
is
meat, red meat, you don't need to put a lot on it for it to be succulent and good.
Right, that,
So,
and the fact that like, you need to be conscious of like, if you like cooking chicken in a pan, you need to be like, all right, I have to make sure I cook this all through. Red meat, you don't give a fuck.
Yep. All right. Well, anyone got anything else?
And think about it, right? And and this is gonna
All
really
right,
come
wrap
across
it up,
trad like
Ari,
that's not what
wrap it
I
up,
mean.
wrap
And
it up.
I'm not trying to appeal to like nature or like appeal to like some
Return to
paleo
tradition,
gay
as some
stu-
would say.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that, but I think about it, right? You're an Ooga Booga caveman.
I'm trying to think.
Hunter gatherer, right? why the fuck would you go after chickens like in your tribe? Like,
'Cause it's
"Alright,
easy."
I got a gang of people and go after chick. No, you don't. Like you go after the big one, right?
The big black bull.
Okay,
Yeah, but the
well,
big black
At
bull
that
can
point,
kill
like,
you
at that
back.
point,
Alright, by
if you're
that
going
logic,
after
why don't you-
easy, right? If you're
by
going
that
after
logic,
easy, right?
why
Eat
would
the
you-
fucking bugs.
Using that logic, why don't you just why do people like just not fish then? Because fish are like such...
Fishing is based. I know fishing is
Oh,
based.
but
I
they're
like
so
fish.
tiny and they're like bugs, right? So why?
Yeah.
No, it's
Why
different.
fish?
No,
Well,
fish.
okay,
No,
so
fish
how is
can
it
be
different?
eaten
How is it
raw.
different?
No. Again, I'm not trying to appeal. Like sushi, right? Fish can be eaten raw. It's like convenient in that sense. Chicken, you have to fucking cook it and everything. So if
can
you're a
eat meat
hunter
raw.
gatherer,
Watch him
if
as
you're
he
a hunter
recoils.
gatherer.
He's been exposed.
All right, man. You probably gonna.
Well,
Alright,
no,
wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up.
I'll just say real quick. I is right in a sense where if you're a hunter and you kill a deer, you're feeding the whole squad. If you're
Right.
killing a bunch of chickens, you gotta pluck them, you gotta do all this, and maybe you'll get a few chicken breasts out of it. It's just not. It's not as,
Chicken
it's
titties.
not as- yeah, exactly.
And so
But-
at that point, you should be
Okay,
like eating bugs and stuff, and like anyway.
I will not eat the bugs. Well,
Anyway,
you're just
literally
hitting
the
all
best
check
fruit.
boxes.
No, listen, the best fruit, the best food in the entire world, and nothing compares is just fruit. And no one can ever.
I don't have the energy to argue with you, and I need to go watch Kyrgios beat
Yeah.
Novak's Joker.
Yeah.
Literally,
so.
fruit
yeah.
is the best food in the world.
Okay.
I wouldn't eat it on its
okay,
own.
okay.
There, you could. No, it's not enough to eat it on its own. But like that is the best food in the world. In my
All right.
opinion.
So if Bitcoin goes below 20.1, you can short it to 19K and then 17.9. If it goes above 22,281, you can probably long it to 24.3, and if that breaks, you can probably long it to fucking 26 and 28. That's my prognosis.
All right, fair enough.
Alrighty.
You got anything real quick?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
nice.
there we go. Adam, you're up.
I'm just gonna make all my money back because Kyrgios is gonna kill Djokovic in 3 straight sets.
Amen. Let's go, Kyrgios.
Let's go, boys.